You know, we're not fighting guys, you know, that are not on top of the weight division. You know, we're not fighting for regular titles. You know, we're real. You know, we're on top of the game. And my son is undisputed at 135. I don't care what anybody says. And everybody's gonna find out sooner or later. You know, because we want Josh Taylor. We want Josh Taylor next. But he's already punking out because he knows what's going on. There's no way there's no way Josh could beat my son. He got no skills. You know, he's got a little bit of good skills in and there, but he doesn't think like my son. We think like you're playing a checker match against a chess match. And that's what my son does in the ring. And you know, you see it, man. You know, we don't need to throw a lot of punches. We just set you up, bro, you know, and he knows it. That's why he's scared. You know, I want Josh Taylor next. And if he doesn't take Teofimo Lopez, you know he's scared.
Is that fight, you know, for you, you know, different type of game plan? Because Loma was a shorter guy. He came in. Josh is tall.
Listen, Josh comes to fight.
He does.
Josh comes to fight.
We saw he could box too.
Yeah, but he ain't better than my son. Never, ever. You know what I'm saying? My son is faster, stronger, smarter. That's the game plan right there. Smart. You gotta be smarter, and you gotta know how to adapt. He never adapted to Ramirez. Ramirez took the last 4 rounds. You know, that shows me he ain't ready for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, stop your bullshit, Josh, and freaking take this fight, bro. You know, it's the biggest fight to be made. You know, it's not the same as you go and fight Crawford. Crawford been out the game for a long time already. You need to fight my son to show the whole world who you are. You know, and stop that bullshit that he has settled business at the 135 weight division. We already proved to the world we beat the man to be the man. You know what I'm saying? We are undisputed, brother.
What message is that to those other guys?
They're scared, bro. Everybody's scared. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to get that fight with Haney if this punk-ass dude from England doesn't want to fight us because he's scared. He got no freaking cojones.
Scotland.
You know, from Scotland or whatever he is from.
Haney going to beat Linares for sure?
That's why I don't even know nothing about this dude, you know? All I seen is the fight with Ramirez, and Ramirez was taking it to him in the last rounds, man. You got to know how to adapt, my boy. And you cannot beat my son if you don't know how to adapt. You know, I see my son breaking this dude down in like the 5th, 6th round, you know? He's a 5-6 round fighter. That's all he is, you know? And Ramirez showed it.
How do you see Haney and Linares playing out?
Well, that's a 50-50 fight to me. It depends what Linares goes in there. You know, Linares already got knocked out. Linares already got losing in his head. You know, Devin Haney hasn't lost yet. But this is his first step-up fight. So let's see what happens.
Everything you've said about your son has been true so far. You predicted he'd be world champion in a year's time. What's next?
Listen, I said that my son was going to be undisputed twice by the time he hits 19 fights. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Josh Taylor runs away from us. You know, I think that a fight with Josh Taylor and my son will be huge. After we knocked out Kambosos the way we're going to knock him out. You know, we still got to do our job. You know, and that's all I'm trying to do right now is just try to make this fight the greatest fight in boxing right now because this platform nobody has ever had it. You could have Floyd Mayweather with Lil Wayne, Justin Bieber walking him inside. Bro, we're gonna have the whole nation walking us inside. You know what I'm saying? This has never been done, and that's why they're hating on us. You know, that's why Floyd came and tried to take our date. You know. It's up to, you know, I got no hard feelings towards Floyd Mayweather. He got to make his money. He's got to do what he's got to do. But you know what? The young people are going to take over now, you know. He's got to go home and go to sleep and let the young guys come up and do their thing, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see somebody that we looked up to so much, you know, because my son grew up with him, you know, grew up trying to be like him. And, you know, we had to change it up a little bit because I wanted my son, you know, to knock people out too. So, you know, that's why I started looking into Mike Tyson, you know, the heart-banging fighters.
You think Floyd took that on purpose?
So, you know, and I don't take nothing away from Floyd. I think he's the best fighter in the world right now. And you know, but let the young guys come in, man, and try to do their thing, you know.
Think that was
Stop fucking stopping Tank from being great. You know, give us that fight,
What do you think of his fight with Barrios?
I don't even know who the fuck Barrios is, man. I never even seen him fight. You know,
He's a big dude. He's big, super lightweight, big guy.
Doesn't matter if you're big or whatever, you know. A lot of these young, like my son could take it to the 140, 147 because he's faster. But people don't understand. The bigger they are, the easier it is for the lighter guys because they're faster. And if they got a pop, you know, to support it, you could move up to those weight divisions. You know, I don't see that in a lot of fighters. I don't want to mention them because I don't want no beef with nobody. But there's a lot of fighters in the 135 weight division that are struggling at that weight. Imagine them going up to 140. You know, fighting a Josh Taylor or a Prograis or somebody like that, you know. It's going to be difficult. You got to have a pop, man. You got to have a pop. And you've seen it with Canelo. The only reason Canelo wins all the time is because nobody has that power to stop this dude, you know. So he's got a great chin, you know, and he's learning a lot. He's growing, you know, just like we growing. You know, that fight with Lomachenko made us better. It made us better, and people don't know that.
Miguel Diaz said 50% better already.
Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once we do what we're going to do to Kambosos, everybody's going to say, oh, we expected that. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't, we had to have this. You know, I didn't want my son to lose the belt. You know, because I want him to be undisputed twice. If we have to fight Haney to shut everybody up, we'll do it. But I guarantee you that fight is not going to happen.
Why?
Because he's going to overbid himself, man. I already know it. You know? He knows we got his number. You know, my son already beat the shit out of him in sparring. He knows that. And, you know, even though they lie about it, it's okay. But I know about it. You know what I'm saying? So if he's a man, he'll take this fight. They're already talking about he has a mandatory after he fights Linares. So I don't know where that's going to go. You know, but the fight to be made right now is with my son. Everybody knows that he's a ticket seller right now. And after this fight with Triller, he's going to be on top of everybody. And there's no, you know, like Floyd says, oh, we're the A side. No, you're not going to be the A side. We're going to be the A side because we're going to do at least close to 2 million fucking pay-per-view buys.